Hello, my name's Jack, and this is my AFCON quarterfinals matchups. I've done the group stage and round of 16, and yeah, I'm going to continue all the way to the final. I can't. Who played in the last round? Who did I get right? I said Gabon would beat Burkina Faso, and I was close. I got to a penalty shootout, so I was nearly right. I was nearly right about that one. I think everyone was wrong about Nigeria losing to Tunisia. I think that was a big upset because Nigeria were one of the favourites after their group performance. Egypt winning against Ivory Coast, that was a big upset. Eric Bailly with a fucking no-look penalty to knock out his country. Bit of a stupid move in my opinion. Equatorial Guinea beating Mali, that was quite big, even though every time they've gotten out of the group stage in their history, they've gone to the quarterfinals minimum. So that's impressive. It's only happened twice, both times when they were joint hosts, host and joint host. One time even get to the semi-finals. Cameroon surprisingly only won 2-1 against Comoros, even though they did not have a keeper for the entire game, because I think 2 got COVID and then 1 was injured before the game started. But they only won 2-1. It's a bit concerning in my books. They should have flunked them 5-0. But I guess that just shows how good the Comoros side actually is if they're not getting destroyed when they should get destroyed. Who the hell did Morocco verse? Malawi, that's right. That was expected. But Malawi pushed it and probably scored one of the best, if not the one of the best, if not the best goal of the tournament so far from Malonga, or what his name is, playing for Orlando Pirates. That was a banger. And they took the lead for them, I'm pretty sure. But then Hakimi towards the end of the match. And I was right. Gambia beat Guinea. They beat Naby Keita. I was right about that. So I'm happy. Because I'm not sure many people would have picked Gambia to win. I think a couple of people, well, not too many. I was proud of that one. So I got Gambia right, Cameroon right, Senegal won, but we'll get to that later. I got that right, and Morocco. So I got 4 out of the 8 matchups. So not the best, but good enough. That's 50%. So let's see if I can get more this time. First one is Gambia versus the Cameroon hosts. Even though I've had high hopes for Gambia this whole time, they're up against the hosts, who are, despite the last match, they're still in form. They still won the last match, so Cameroon I would say to win, but there's a tiny bit inside me that I think Gambia will win this, or at least push it to extra time or penalties. Gambia just have that heart in them for this tournament because it's their first major tournament ever. But I think this might be a little bit too far for them to go through. So yeah, Cameroon to win the first one. Burkina Faso versus Tunisia. I think this is a lot more of an even matchup than what you might think. I'm pretty sure Burkina Faso... No, they were in Algeria's group for the World Cup qualifiers, don't worry. I think they were in Tunisia's World Cup group in 2018, and they nearly beat them and got to the World Cup. So, a lot of people were disappointed with Tunisia at the start of the tournament. The fact they only finished 3rd in their group and only just scraped through. But then coming out and beating Nigeria, it may have been a fluke. But this is, a Tunisia side where the majority of their players well, playing in the Arab Cup final against Algeria at the start of the year, or before that. I can't remember when the Arab Cup finished. So they have an underrated squad. So against Burkina Faso, who again, like I said before in the last video, are more of a selfish type of players. Like instead of passing around and having good play, they're more selfish and want to do it for their own reasons and perform in their own reasons. Where Tunisia, they're more of a team, and that's probably what got them to the 2018 World Cup, and everyone didn't expect it. Where they nearly drew to England, except for the Harry Kane last minute header, because they're a proper team instead of doing it, like I said, for their own reasons. So I want to say Tunisia in that one. Egypt versus Morocco. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a huge Egypt fan. Everyone thinks Egypt's like the best in Africa because of Mohamed Salah. That's it. That's their only reason. Like El Neni's not. He's not pushing that agenda. Hegazi's not. Trezeguet's not. It's just Salah. This is what I've been saying to myself really, for a while. If you take the superstar out of any of these African teams, Egypt have probably the third worst or fourth worst team left in this competition. Only better than Equatorial Guinea, Gambia, and I would even say Burkina Faso might be equal, if not better than them. Because it's just Salah and no one else, like I said. With Senegal, you take away Mane, they still got Ismaila Sarr, they still got Igana Gueye, Mendy, and Koulibaly. Where Morocco, well, they actually done in real life, take out Hakim Ziyech, they still got Hakimi, they still got El Nesri, they still got Benatia, even though they haven't called him up, and they still got Bueno in goal, they still got him. And that's the main thing for like all these African teams. Like Cameroon, take out John Matip in the back line, but they've still got Abubakar and they've still got Onana. They've still got huge superstars. Egypt are just banking on one. And when it comes to international tournaments, he can't perform. He was at the 2018 World Cup, Mohamed Salah with Egypt, scored twice, sorry. But they lost to Saudi Arabia in the group stage when everyone thought they were going to finish second, if not top in the group. And then in the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations, when they hosted it, round of 16, I'm pretty sure they got knocked out by South Africa with Mohamed Salah playing. Again, yeah. To me, Egypt are just overhyped and they rely on one man and one man only. So, looking at Morocco's team, this could be an eye-opener for Egypt. This could be a 3-4-0. But again, if Salah is on point, including like not just him individually, like him sprinting on through or him just dribbling and that, with his passing, his through balls and that and all that, it could definitely make a problem for Morocco, but nah, Morocco is the easiest win here for me. Because if they just target Salah and close him down, just chuck two players on him before he even gets the ball, Egypt have nothing. So, yeah, Morocco to win that one. And then you got Senegal and Equatorial Guinea. The obvious choice is Senegal. But I don't know. They've been terrible so far. They won the first game 1-0 against Zimbabwe with a 97th minute penalty, and then they drew the next two games 0-0. They finished top of the group with 1 goal scored in 3 games. And then in the last game, they won 2-0 against Cape Verde, but they couldn't score against Cape Verde with 11 men. They had to wait for them to get a red card, where they still couldn't get a goal, and they had to wait for Cape Verde to get a second yellow card and have 9 men for them to score. And then score one more, like, extremely late on in 91st minute. for the insurance. I don't think they're going to make the final at that rate. That's terrible performance in my eyes. Salah, his teammate Sadio Mane, he did score in that game, and he scored the one goal in the group stage, but then he got half concussed. If you saw the video of him where you hit heads with the keeper and he froze midair and then just fell to the ground, I could see that affecting him if it's not treated properly. Sorry. He seems to be recovering properly in the hospital. I don't know if he's already out or not. I don't know exactly how serious it was, but from how he reacted when he got hit, it looked pretty serious to me, and it looks like it could have a lasting effect on him and affect him throughout the whole for the rest of the tournament, how far they get. Then they've only just got back. The only good things for them, for Senegal, is they've only just got Koulibaly, which I don't think he played in the group stage at all, and Eduardo Mendy. I think that's his name. But they're not lacking in defence. They're lacking in attack. They conceded no goals in the group stage, which is great, but they could only score a penalty in the 97th minute, and they can only score 2 goals against a 9-man team. Very far apart. As soon as they went at least 10 men down to 10 men, or down to 9 men, for sure they should have scored 4 goals against Cape Verde, but they just couldn't. I don't know what it was. I don't know what it is. They seem to have lost their spark. This might be a dud performance or dud competition for them to the quarterfinals, and that might be it. But Equatorial Guinea, they did beat Algeria, even though Algeria were very bad this tournament, and nearly everyone beat them besides Sierra Leone. And they got out the last. Who the hell did they verse? Sorry, Mali. But Mali's a dark horse, and from my understanding, a dark horse is a team that could go anywhere. They could tank it in the group and finish last, or they can go all the way to the semi-finals, and it would seem right because that's their sort of team, which I think is fair. But when it comes to World Cup qualifying, it's a different story. Yeah. Sorry, I'm not really saying that much about Equatorial Guinea because I'm just trying to think about who's gonna get through this one. I'm gonna pick Senegal, obviously, but it would not surprise me if Equatorial Guinea win, even in normal time, not in just extra time or penalties. I could see Equatorial Guinea winning this and going to the second semi-final ever. But I'm gonna go Senegal for this, just to be safe. Hopefully Mane isn't too damaged from what happened, and he can still perform to his best because they do need him. He's their one main front man. But even if they win this game, Senegal, I don't see them getting to the final. So I'm gonna go Cameroon, Tunisia, Morocco, and Senegal to make the semi-finals. And yeah, we'll see how many of those I get right. I'll be placing my bets. I already have. Mainly on Tunisia and Morocco. They're my most confident ones, I think. And yeah, thank you very much. And I'll see you for the semi-finals. See ya.